That's right. The champions here, loved by many, hated by few, respected by all, second to none. I'm gonna do it again. The champions here, loved by many, hated by few, respected by all, second to none. That's right. Back again, live up close and personal from our international studios. Since Fishbowl Radio Network is worldwide and has a global experience and extent, we're right here live from Euless, Texas. We just went all downhill right there. But, hey, that being said, I'd like to send a shout out to my boy Percy Ray. Shout out to him. He's in the hospital and everything. I've been waiting all year long to go ahead and wear the Juneteenth shirt. This is designed by Percy Ray, Pray by Percy Ray. Just sending a shout out to my boy who's always there looking out and looking in to the Commish Radio Show. This is going to be an exciting show because if you've been keeping up with what we've been doing across the Commish Nation Network, the real CNN, because we never leave your hood, well, we have a special announcement here, and this is from one of the people that used to be here, right here in this studio, right? Well, not in this studio.
I know. It was in Arlington.
It was in Arlington. It's in Arlington. But she was here on the Fishbowl Radio Network, and she has really, really, really did some great things. So I will go ahead and allow her to introduce herself. Let me introduce myself. Well, Kim.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. Thank you so much, Ed. He's the one that actually brought me on the Fishbowl Radio Network a while back. So it was exciting being part of a podcast, the Kimmy Simone Show, So I'm excited to be back in your presence.
Well, good. Thank you for being here. What do you think about these studios? You
I like it.
Other studio, right?
Yeah. Well, we had different, like the red room, the blue room, and green room.
Yeah,
so,
red room. Yeah, we went to bowls and everything.
Yeah.
You tell people, I'm in a red bowl. And people go like, what does that mean?
Yeah. So it's different, but I like it. It's unique.
Unique. What does that mean? Unique.
It's unique.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm very excited about you being here because I've been keeping up with you for a long while. And you've been doing a lot of great things. And, hey, we're going to talk about some of those things,
Oh, yeah. You were in the movie that I was casting as
we
well.
Gabe, do you have the clip, any Bid for Love clips?
Bid for Love 2.
Bid for Love 2.
Yes.
Oh, I want to make sure everyone knows that it's two of them.
Yes.
Obviously, because Texas schools being what they are, Bid for Love 2.
Right.
Yes.
So the Bid for Love 1 was on BET, BET Plus, BET Her, and it did so well. There's a 2, and you're going to be in it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it because if I wouldn't have been in Bid for Love 2 if it wasn't. I had to say it like that, like you just did. Bid for Love 2 if it wasn't for you. You was one of the casting directors, right?
Well, yes, I did casting, but Shauna, she actually is the casting director. She's based out of Atlanta. So she did some of the big casting with Cynthia Bailey, Eva Marcel, Clifton Powell. We had some big names in there. Darren Henson, Ed Gray. No.
Now, hey, you know what? And the thing about that is I had a small part in that, I was so small in that role that I even actually have 2 roles in that, Yeah, I played a political assistant, and I also played an FBI agent. But now I have an IMDb credit now. I think.
You sure do, because it was SAG. It's a SAG film.
Yep.
But then when you walked in, they thought that they should have cast you for...
Yeah. And so if they have Bid for Love 3, I would like to tell Arthur that Arthur Jordan Muhammad, who did the movie, hey, tell him that look out for your boy. We used to be neighbors around the corner and down the street. Yeah.
Grew up together.
Luana Patterson, Sean Patterson, all of the Patterson.
Who the movie is actually about.
Oh, it's about Luana Patterson.
Yes, it's loosely based on her life story.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
How you... Bid for Love 2. You can't wait to see Bid for Love 2. We know you see Bid for Love.
Yeah, but I can't wait to see Bid for Love 2. But it's the funny thing about when Gabe, you check me out. It's the funny thing when you're in movies. I need to slow the roll. It's a funny thing. Let me go ahead and do it. It's a funny thing about when you in movies. See, I was acting.
Oh, okay. Because
See,
you've been in a lot of
I
movies.
bet right. There's that cult classic. Gabe, you know the name of it, right? Texas Voodoo Zombies. And
No, why do you keep bringing that movie up? Why? Just why?
that's the same thing Steven Spielberg told me. He said, "Why you keep?" Spielberg told me, he said, "Why you keep bringing it up, Ed?" He just looked at me in my eye. He said, "Him and James Cameron both told me that, and I promised I wasn't going to do this." You tell Sean and Lawana and Arthur that I appreciate being in Bed for Love too. I appreciate that.
Okay, I will definitely tell them that, so you can have another credit. So now, moving forward, you can talk about Bit for Love too,
Thank you.
instead of the zombie movie.
Thank you. How's this looking on screen, man? Yeah, but no, Soul and Salsa magazine. You have your magazine right out there, so I can't help but that.
Right, Soul and Salsa.
Tell me about Soul and Salsa magazine.
Well, Soul and Salsa is a magazine that likes to show the uniqueness of different cultures through arts, fashion, entertainment, and education. So over the years, I've been at New York Fashion Week, the Oscars, the Grammys, a lot of different film festivals. Some of my favorites is, of course, Dallas Independent Film Festival. It's actually really big compared to some of the other ones. Like I went to Beverly Hills Film Festival as well, and I just was like, oh, I'm at Beverly Hills Film Festival thinking it would be so much better. But no, we do a great job here in Dallas for the film festivals and awards and everything here too.
Which ones in Dallas have you been to?
The Dallas Independent Film
Dallas,
Festival.
okay.
That's like the main one. I mean, there's one in Denton.
I was in that one. I was in Denton Black Film Festival.
Okay, and I know when I first began, there was a Black Film Festival that was in Dallas. It was an attorney that was over it. David Small. David Small had a Black Film Festival as well, and actually M. Legend was one of the director producers that I wrote about a long time ago, and he's put out like so many films since then.
Okay. Now, the Denton Black Film Festival, I was there in January to do Echoes from the Hill. It's a documentary about Arlington, the Arlington Black community, the Freedmen's community. Not Freedmen's community, but Arlington Black community. So I did that one. So I do some serious stuff, but, it's just, it's always good to keep up with you and what you're doing on that. Because how long have we been knowing each other? We known each other before you were here on the Fishbowl Network.
We've known each other when you were a commissioner.
Well, when I'm emeritus commissioner now, which I said before is what you used to do when they put
Right.
emeritus in front of that name or emeritus here. But it's a good thing.
Because I can't remember how we ended up meeting. I don't know if I was asking you questions about economic development in the area or
Right.
things like that. I'm sure it was a serious conversation since you were commissioner then.
Right.
Then.
And your family's done a lot of work here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area as well.
I have a grocery store. It is the longest running Black owned grocery store in Dallas, Gibson Grocery. Shout out to them.
Right. We're going to make sure everybody get those in there, and that's where I go to buy my Glory Greens. There's a madness behind this, and it's a theme behind it. Want to make sure the dollars keep changing hands, so I give it to your father, and they go from one black man to another black man, and it's glory. So, hey, I've been practicing all week on
Okay,
that.
okay. Yeah,
Don't
you're
kill
getting
it
there.
on
You're
that.
getting there.
Don't kill. Well, it's better than that campy acting deal I did earlier. We're getting serious here.
True. So if we need a ribbon cutting at another one, even though you're not a commissioner, we'd be like, well, but he has a commission show. He still could,
But that's
cut the ribbon.
But that's funny. People will stop me and ask me to do things. Like can you help me? I need this, I need that, and I need that. And I make phone calls, and some things happen. So we're pretty good at doing that. We just like to help people.
Oh, that's so sweet. You can't get it out your blood. We know you're gonna probably run for mayor one day.
Well, some people have asked that, and I think some other individuals have asked that. I believe Cheryl Gillespie's out there probably looking at it now. She posted a couple of days back about running for office, and hey, who knows? I might just do that. I just might do that.
I could see that. I mean, I wanted you to run in Dallas.
Well, that means
stay in Grand Prairie.
Well, yeah, that would mean I have to move to Dallas. I don't necessarily want to move to Dallas.
Gotcha.
I got hooked up in Grand Prairie now. So what can I say? Besides, I put so many people in office in Dallas. I don't want to have one of them
mad at you.
Because when I kick them out of office, I don't want that to happen. No. Don't be sharing it to people's pages and nothing like that. We're just having fun talking about Soul and Salsa. Soul and Salsa magazine. How'd you come up with the title of that?
Well, that was actually just a dream, but it's pretty much became a reality because people always ask me, like, what am I? And
what do you mean, what are you?
Like, because my mom looks kind of swirlish, and
What do you mean by swirlish?
So people would ask me, what am I? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just me. It shouldn't matter what you are. I didn't want to be put in a box, so I have friends from all different races and cultures and things like that. So
as long as you're having fun with your friends and everything, it shouldn't really matter what color they are or anything like that. So you're with friends and they asking you what you are.
Mm-hmm. And depending on how my hair is, sometimes they think I'm Hispanic or Indian or Persian. It's been interesting just listening to the different, things people think I am.
Okay. Now, soul, obviously that's black. I don't know, is it?
Well, Soul and Salsa is just about showing the uniqueness of different cultures. It's not like, it's just black.
So it's not a black and Hispanic type thing then, right?
It's about cultures.
It's about cultures. How long has Soul and Salsa been out?
Oh, yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So how can they pick up the magazine? I see there's a copy right there. There's a fall issue. How can they pick up the magazine?
So, speaking of picking up the magazine and about the announcement that I want to make.
Well, wait a minute. You got Soul and Salsa there. Don't you have digital? Is it digital as well?
Yes, it is a digital, and what we're gonna move forward to now
you haven't been trying to tell me the whole week that I've been asking you, because
we were coming here.
I thought we were coming here talking about this magazine.
We are.
Then you flipping it. You saying something else, and I don't understand.
Okay.
Just because I got you started in radio, that don't mean you have to come on my show clowning me.
Oh, you think I'm clowning you?
Gabe, I told you it's going to be like this all
day
long.
That is hilarious.
Just because you get a brother IMDb credit, that don't mean you own me.
You know what? Maybe I should do the announcement after the commercial break. Gabe, can you put
let's
the commercial?
Go to commercial break. Let's go. Folks. Hey, we'll be right back after this commercial break. As you know, Facebook has been giving us some hard times lately. I showed it to Gabe earlier. We had a DJ that's playing all kinds of music, and his stuff get played out there. But I gotta pray for mines to come on. So what we're gonna do is play the local music from some of our local artists. And if you happen to have a local artist, that wants to come on the Commish Radio Show where we can play that music, like we play Sounds of Blackness, well, they're not local, but that's the kind of deal we deal with. Hey, Facebook, can't block us on this one because they gave us permission to use the music. Gabe, go ahead.
Who was that masked man? You mean you don't know? That was no masked man. That was the Commish. Saturdays from 5 to 6 p.m. on the Fishbowl Radio Network. Hey, whenever I want good Cajun food, I go to Thibodeau's, located at 107 North Cedar Ridge in Duncanville, Texas. They're really hot, just like the Commish Radio Show in Thibodeau's. Hot as this gumbo. We will see you later at Thibodeau's.
Hi, my name is Gail Todd with Townview Realtors. If you find yourself in the market to buy, sell, lease, or maybe you want to be a part of this hot real estate market by investing, just give my team of professionals and I a call at 214-675-9572. Again, that's 214-675-9572. Or you can email me at gtodd88@yahoo.com. yahoo.com. With me, it's all about you.
Sounds of blackness, y'all.
All right, back again, Commish Radio Show. What do you got tagged up there, man? What do you have on there, man? I'm looking at the live feed here. What we have here? Call it out, man. Betrayal of justice. Okay, we have the betrayal of justice here. And I just want people that are listening in right now to also share this with other people because we want to make sure this we want to make sure this goes live and viral because Kim is here, Soul and Salsa is here. And hey, if you got this, this is very important. And, you know, I've been doing some other things because we were here on the studio as well. And as Kim has talked about these IMDb credits, there's something that I'm going to be doing up close in a couple of weeks, Betrayal of Justice, which is a documentary that I'm helping promote as well. So that's what you saw there, July 8th at the Pan-African Connection in Dallas, Texas. So there, you know, I always like to slide stuff in there like that, you know. Just slide it in there, you know, make sure people understand that and everything. So, you know, I know you have some of those other pictures there that has Kim doing what she does best, which is directing people and everything. But direct me on what's going on with Soul and Salsa, because we put our break in just as we were supposed to at the 20-minute mark.
Oh, it wasn't because I wanted it?
No.
What? No. I was like, oh, I see. Okay.
No, I'm a professional. I mean, you got some people up here, man, they just like that. They just keep talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. But mine is segmented. You know, that's what it is.
So I just knew from back in the day, like, okay, we need to go to commercial break. It was just like an automatic.
No, we don't do that.
Oh. No, it was just an automatic, like I knew the 20-minute mark it came.
No, I'm looking right at that. See that right there? Okay. Because we were late because the other person before us, they wasn't there. So we had to, you know, we had to do this CP style. So, you know, I'm looking at it at 4:30. What time is it now?
Okay.
4:32. What time we started?
So 14. It was 2 minutes and 2 seconds.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I didn't get the chance to be on Channel 8.
You were. What do you mean? Oh, you just wanted me to say yes, you were.
Yes. I mean, you know,
you were on Channel 8 News.
Right. So, you know, it's like, you know, time meant time. You know, it didn't mean like we were just getting ready to do something. You know, that's it. Even when we were looking down at the phone and everything, that was done intentionally too. Hey, your people sharing this now? Go look at your phone. Make that part of the show too. Go ahead. I'll wait.
So what I will do is I did put it on my page. So for those people that couldn't find it, you can find it on my page now.
So someone texting you saying they couldn't find it?
Mm-hmm.
Who was doing it? You don't want
anyway, so what else is going on?
Okay.
But the big announcement is that originally Soul and Salsa was featuring arts, fashion, entertainment, and education.
Which is the reason why I'm wearing something outside of a suit. Go ahead.
But now Soul and Salsa is going to focus on film and TV.
Oh, wow. Really?
And that's going to be the focus on Soul and Salsa now.
So all of those things that I was saying about film and everything wasn't done for naught.
So what had happened was that since it was so broad, I was featuring arts, fashion, entertainment, education. I was getting invited to all these events, fashion shows, foodie conventions, just everything. And I realized, as time progressed, that I liked those things, but I didn't love them. Like, I've been around people that love fashion where, they might tell you what kind of T-shirt this is. It's a V-neck, well, it's not a V-neck, but, they'll tell you the type of T-shirt it is, a style, or, they know this is a lace thing or what. Like, I don't love fashion like that. I like looking at cute fashion, and I've been able to put that in a magazine. I like tasting great food, and I've been able to put that in a magazine, but I couldn't tell you if curry was missing or if spices were missing.
That was all in that magazine.
Mm-hmm.
But now you're doing something
now, how I originally started in Soul and Salsa, I went to a lot of film festivals, and because that was my passion anyway, but then I kept, making it more broad. But so I'm getting back to what my passion really is, and I love film. I love TV. I could talk to you all day about different films and TV, though. Like, you really can't touch me on that. But
you saw Texas Voodoo Zombies?
About that. What you sent me was not worth talking about. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. That was your grand premiere in your world renowned.
Yeah, well, I can drop names too. It's Lindell Singleton who's in the business as well. See, I've been waiting to say that always too. Who's in the business as well? He said that he told me that my acting was trash.
He told you it was trash, but did you tell him that Steven Spielberg thought it was amazing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. He said it was amazing that somebody like me would stoop so low to play a role like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You should definitely pick the roles that you want to play. And move towards that. If you want to be more of a dramatic actor, pick things that you want to look at later.
Okay. Now, have you ever acted before?
Well, since you mentioned it, my minor was theater in college.
Where was college at?
Texas Tech University.
Okay.
So I did a lot of theater classes until they wanted me to design a set. Then I changed my minor to business because I didn't want to design a set. I didn't know. No, I just wanted to do the acting and directing. Okay. Yeah. So it's probably why I talk loud, because I was in theater.
I was wondering that. She did. That's what I
project.
You project. And, the funny thing about projecting, you talk loud, I talk loud. Hey, that's what it is.
Yeah, I've heard that before, that I pronunciate my words and talk like I'm on stage when I'm next to someone,
So that's how you. So, what's your next deal? I mean, when does this magazine come out?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Right.
So we plan to come out for the winter issue for the film, Soul and Salsa film, and we've already have some things in works. We already know who's going to be on the cover, which will be yeah. So at the Dallas Lit, that will be on August 27th, we're gonna drop who's going to be on the cover and give out some giveaways there.
Gabe, context clue, Dallas Lit. Go ahead. Tell me, what is Dallas Lit?
Well, Dallas Lit is...
It's literature, right? Dallas literature?
No, it's actually several musicians that are...
Lit normally means literature.
No, it's lit, kind of like lit, like fire, like, oh, it's lit, Dallas Lit. It's more slang, not like literature. No, it's like slang. Dallas lit, because they're lighting up Dallas.
I'm a little older than you are. I don't know about these things.
Yeah, so they've always had probably about 10, 15 artists that come through, all varieties, jazz, R&B. They've even had some poets like
jazz,
Zamil.
Zamil gonna be there?
Mm-hmm. Well, he was at the last one. I'm just saying, I'm giving you, kind of...
Context clue again. Gabe Zamil. Go ahead.
Yeah, so on the...
She ain't catching on, Gabe. She gonna catch on and once she pull this show back to her page. Go ahead.
So the 27th, it's gonna be several artists that will be there, and I'm excited because I'm one of the sponsors of it as well.
Sponsors of it. Dallas Lit. Okay. All right, Dallas Lit. Okay. And how did you get to become a sponsor? Obviously, you have to pay a lot of money for that kind of thing. You have lots of money over there. You since you done went from soul and salsa, fashion now to films, you're going to be really, really doing a lot of traveling now.
Maybe, considering the other news.
You have other news?
Is that we're going to have a satellite office in Vegas and California.
Now, how do you like the way I'm just feeding you all the lines? Like I'm just going, boom, there you go. So California and Vegas.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to see a lot of me in Vegas soon in the next 30, 60 days.
Now, I remember the last time we talked about you being in Vegas, it was when Mayweather was fighting. It was many, many years back. That was Mayweather was fighting. You was out there for that fight.
Yeah, I went to 2 Mayweather fights.
Yeah. And then I think you went to the Ali deal they had out there too, didn't you?
The Muhammad Ali birthday party.
Yep. See?
You just love boxing. I know. Because you used to spar. Go ahead, talk about your sparring days.
No. We're good. We're good. So, yeah.
Yeah, but Vegas is full of conventions. They have some of the best conventions and the most people to come through the conventions. I've been to the Magic Fashion and Trade Show, CES. It's just a lot of different conventions and properties that are being developed there. It's a lot going on in Vegas. New teams, NFL teams. It's a lot.
NFL teams, I think they a hockey team too.
Well,
You ain't in hockey, obviously. But NFL teams, obviously.
Yeah, I could,
but
go to an NFL or NBA game.
So the films that you're doing, and you already have them already on lock now, right?
We've already reached out to several people that will be in the magazine, yes.
Okay, can I be in your magazine?
I'm sure one day.
One day. Well, that don't sound good. One day. One day. Yeah. But when is the Dallas Lit again?
August 27th.
August 27th.
Mm-hmm. She has a lot of posts on my page, so anybody that goes to my page.
That?
Antoinette Titus, she's one of the founders of it.
Okay. Now, that's obviously one of the ones that I saw earlier on your feed that we were directing people to come to the show, listen to the show, so please share it as well. And also Christian Faith as well, if I'm not mistaken.
I wonder, how did you just remember her name? Was it just her name was so unique? Is that why you remembered her name?
Yes. I can't even lie on that one. Why would I lie on that when her name was Christian Faith? I mean,
okay. Yeah.
I was trying to come up with something smart to say. I just couldn't come up with it at that moment.
Yes, I've known her since the very beginning. She's been modeling for Soul and Salsa since the very beginning.
Okay. All right, so we're getting ready to go to our next and final break, and then when we come back, we will conclude with our interview with, what's the name of this going to be called?
It's still Soul and Salsa. It's just that we're going to be featuring just film.
Soul and Salsa.
TV.
You going to have Soul and Salsa film, or is it just Soul and Salsa, period?
I guess you'll see when the magazine drops. Maybe I'll be back to talk about that.
Maybe. I should cut her like she cut me with the maybe.
Maybe so.
All right, Gabe, let's roll with the last drop.
Hey, this is Cheryl Smith, and when I'm looking for news and information, I tune into The Commish on Saturdays.
I got so much trouble on my mind, refuse to lose. Here's your ticket. Every time I get wicked, the clue to you to put the back
7 to 9 p.m. every Saturday and Sunday for the Clef Live, where we play an amalgamation of live performances from current and past artists. That's the Clef Live, weekends from 7 to 9, right here on Jazz Clef Radio.
What's up, beautiful peoples out there? This your boy Mar, a.k.a. Cool Pop Watson, baby. Make sure you check my man out 3 to 5 every Saturday. Commish Radio Show. Make sure y'all come check my man out.
Who was that masked man? You mean you don't know? That was no masked man. That was the Commish. Saturdays from 5 to 6 p.m. on the Fishbowl Radio Network.
Kim, what do you want to talk about?
Really?
You got notes right there. You have.
I'm always gonna have some kind of notes, you know.
I mean, you know, you
you got a whole book that says a commish.
Hey,
See, he playing because he got a whole bedazzled looking.
There you go.
The commish notebook.
It's merch, you know, and this is how you can go ahead and get that merch. If you could just order it by me, just go, since you're on Facebook, just go ahead and order it and everything, and you will get your commish.
It's nice.
Thank you.
I can't wait to get that in my gift bag.
Yep, and yeah, well, awesome. And one of these as well. we got, all kinds of stuff like that, you know.
I'm impressed.
Yep, that's what we have. But you know what I'm more impressed with is the people that you've been associating with as well with that. You know, talk to me.
Well, over the years, there have been some exciting people that I've been able to interview and things like that, and that I've watched grow. That started off as like I used to have an underground artist page, so we would feature people that were underground artists at the time, and at the time there was like Amaj. That's IMAJ, but she's Philip Michael Thomas's daughter from Miami Vice. But when I would see her perform, she would give me goosebumps almost because she'd sing a cappella in English and Spanish and French, but she decided to actually sing country music. So she's been traveling doing that. So I'm proud of her. I know another underground artist was Laterris Whitfield at the time, and now he's went viral. He's been on so many talk shows. It's unbelievable right now. So super proud of that. I know that Leona Lewis and Kareem Bailey we had on the cover of Soul and Salsa before people even knew who they were, and they won Grammys and things like that, now as well. So there's been some people that I'm just really like, oh my God, I featured them, before.
On your cover of your magazine.
Or within the magazine.
This is a beautiful cover. I mean, I'm gonna hold it up for the people there to look at it again, and I need to get some of those old, because they're old now. I mean,
but you need an autographed copy.
I do. I
okay.
really do, because this is historic. I mean, it really is. I mean, because oftentimes now people don't have real magazines that they can hold on to. Everything's digital these days.
That is true. Yeah, because remember back in the day, I know I do. My grandmother, she'd have all the Jet magazines. Yeah,
right.
Just like all of them.
Yeah, and you'd be like, Grandma, this says 1967. And it was 1985.
Right. People will hold on to magazines a long time.
Right.
But that's even the same with pictures. We used to have photo albums.
Right.
Now everybody has it on the phone. So sometimes for presents that I give photo albums, pictures.
And people actually have pictures, huh? We bringing it back. But yes, I would like to have some of those. I really would. That's historic. I appreciate that. So there you go. That's your task, the commission like Soul and Salsa magazines, because now you making Soul and Salsa film.
Right.
So it's like a old school, new school type thing.
Well, I'm really excited about it, because now we're really gonna talk to film directors, producers. It's still gonna be music and fashion in there because there's still music and fashion in films. There's still music scores. Like I love Babyface, and Soul Food and Waiting to Exhale, so they're still gonna touch on some different subjects. And then with fashion, there's period pieces. Like who can really, you can't count how many fashion pieces were in Bridgerton, so I love that period piece. So it's still a lot of subjects that we will still be able to talk about, but it's just going to be the ones that are in film now, not, let me just go to every restaurant almost and from here to New York and try to find the most unique. Yeah, I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah, well, that's one of those things too. I think I may follow your lead there and just, maybe just do films now.
You mean like you're just going to act, or you're just going to what?
I'm a produce.
Oh, you're going to produce.
Because I have one coming up now called Opioids in America, so that's coming up. See?
Yeah, that's a great subject.
Yeah, it's a great subject, but it's a bad subject.
No, it's a great subject. That's a big issue.
Yeah, I know, but it don't mean bad as in, it's a bad, deal that's going on. But, those are things. My genre is more or less going to be documentaries regarding history and that kind of, because I'm into that. I mean, you have to have something to do with this master's degree in history, so I decided to make it go into film now. So hey,
you have a master's in history?
I already have it.
I thought you were a doctor. Are you a doctor
that's
too?
a doctorate in human rights, but in order to get the doctorate, you have to have a master's. You just can't skip.
Oh, but you are a doctor right now, right?
I'm headed to the doctor.
I know you were a doctor.
Yeah,
okay.
But I have a master's degree too.
Dang. Yeah, because you love education, and that's
I do.
great.
I just don't like paying back student loans, and I can just extend this thing out, but I keep going to school.
Well, you're the commish. Just give President Biden a call and be like, hey, I've been giving back to the community and nonprofits and the commission.
Yeah, and also legal standpoint with Michael Todd, which is going to be following us in a minute, But that's the deal, yeah. But as we get ready to go to a close here, tell us how we can help you with Soul and Salsa and film.
Well, of course, make sure you follow soulandsalsa.com for the latest updates of the film. Different films that are going to be in there, articles and things like that. And if you want to follow us on social media, for me, it's Soul and Salsa CEO at IG, and it's Soul and Salsa on all of the other ones, on Twitter, on LinkedIn. So, of course, you can follow us there as well. And if you know any great producers or directors that you think would like to be featured in Soul and Salsa film, TV, then please reach out to us.
I just told you me. Just told you me. Shameless plug again.
Yes, please reach out to us at soulandsalsa.com on the contact form. Okay. And we will research it and look into it and send out our, people.
Okay, so you have your people to get in touch with my people.
Right, that's how that would work.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you much for coming on the show. We really do appreciate that.
Well, thank you so much for having me back at the Fishbowl Radio Network.
We're looking out again, and well, when we first did a show, we was looking out at a parking lot of Six Flags.
Yeah, but we got to see the roller coasters. I got to see the roller coasters.
Yeah, and sometimes you hear people scream and everything from the studio and everything. But what do you think of the studio now?
I mean, it's still a glass building, and you still get to look out.
Yeah, what color is glass?
So I like the fact that you can look out at, whatever's going on out there. That's a beautiful thing.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I think that was Jay-Z's line. So you know what? My line is loved by many, hated by few, respected by all, second to none. Soul and Salsa, you got a line? Byline?
Oh, I don't. I need to come up with that. Loving yourself, loving your culture.
Yeah, I like that. But stay tuned for more on the Commish Radio Show. We'll see you soon. All right.
Hi, My name is Gail Todd with Townview Realtors. If you find yourself in the market to buy, sell, lease, or maybe you want to be a part of this hot real estate market by investing, just give my team of professionals and I a call at 214-675-9572. Again, that's 214-675-9572. Or you can email me at gtodd88@yahoo.com. With me, it's all about you.
Hey, you know, whenever I want good Cajun food, I go to Thibodeau's, located at 107 North Cedar Ridge in Duncanville, Texas. They're really hot, just like the Commish Radio Show in Thibodeau's. Hot as this gumbo. We will see you later at Thibodeau's. Who was that masked man? You mean you don't know? That was no masked man. That was the Commish. Saturdays from 5 to 6 p.m. on the Fishbowl Radio Network.